Hi you all, it's Michel talking to you. I want to approach today the subject of something I realize about the word like abracadabra. I'm an Israeli, so I speak Hebrew. This is my language. So abracadabra, I just realized that it's Abra, Evra, create, Kadabra, Kadabra, the way I speak. I create the way I speak. Abra, I will create the way I speak. Okay. So it's led me to the idea of like how we create our own reality by the way we think, by the way we talk, and by the way the way our action goes. So we are doing it, creating, participating in our reality without being aware of it. We are doing it. So, and then I ask myself, okay, so what is hocus pocus? And then I said, okay, hocus pocus, it's the focus. So when you have your thought, and when you have the way you talk, and the way you action, and when you put your focus in something, this is how you create the experiment of your reality. So it's kind of all in the language, and it's amazing how like the knowledge is there for us to see and to realize. And I wanted to talk about like the fact that we are doing it, we are participating in our creation of our life, if we are aware of it or if we are not aware of it. It's just a question of perspective. And when we are in the moment, when we are in the present, what I call like the present, like when you say present, like a gift. When you are present in your reality, when you are present in your body, so you can be able to see the gift of the moment, of the reality, because when you are present, you can see and be more aware of how you receive what you reflect. And it's a very important element in being aware of how and where we are located with our mind, because usually the way we function in our habit, it's either to think about what was or what will be. I mean, either to think about like the past or think about the future, or maybe even worried about the future or be upset about the past. And the way we have to handle that, or the way we can handle that, it's by being present. Like only if you're confronting your feeling, letting them be, and feeling them, you can really release. Because usually we are running away from, we are avoiding, so we are paying a big price for that we are not like stopping, reflecting, seeing like the inner child saying, oh, you know what, I'm weak, I'm sad, and why it is, and telling ourselves a different story. Because usually what we do about reality, we tell ourselves a story, so we always have to tell the story and find a way to maybe say to one part of us that it's time to trust and to move on, and this is what we want now, and things change, and just to take care of that in the same way we take care of each other. I always take it like the metaphor of a family. It's like when you have a child and your child is in pain and he comes to you, you don't say to him, oh, don't feel the pain. You want to acknowledge the pain, you want to realize and to talk about and to bring light to the situation and to make it clear and to give support. And that's what you do. So it's in the same way realizing about ourselves, because I feel inside of us we have everything. I mean, we are creation. And by that, it's mean we have all and everything inside of us, like all the aspects of creation are in us. All the darkness, all the light, all the knowledge, all the forgetfulness, all the guilt, all the range of feelings, sadness, sad, happiness, all of that is inside of us. And we have that tendency to say, oh, you know what, like if I'm enlightened, if I'm aware, so no, I'm not going to have that anymore. I'm above, but it's just the image. I'm sorry for that. It's just the image we have about the situation. Like, how an enlightened person supposed to be, how aware a person supposed to be. Oh, he's supposed to glow and to do that and to do. But it's not about that. It's just about being brave, to realize God created you, and to embrace it, to say, this is who I am. First, to accept, to realize, because we're so judgmental about that. First of all, we don't accept. We have the mindset of like, see the shattered, broken mirror. When we look to reality, we don't see it like a clear reflection. We are shattered, we are broke, we are traumatized. All of us, we are like being pushed away from our source. Like, you can tell it as a story, like we come from a whole place, from a love place, and then we kind of lost the home, the source. And the reason I think it happened is for us to realize God and to realize ourselves, because we are not robots. Like, God give us the present of forget all the wholeness we come from, and let us figure it out and climb the ladder of getting back home. And then all the way home, we have keys. And one of the keys, it's like, love yourself as the other, and don't do to the others what you don't want to be done to you. And it's a key. It's not philosophy, it's a key. It's like, if you realize that you are one creation, one source, and when you love yourself as the other, and when you don't do what you don't want to be done to the other, it's a key for you not to... No, I say it's a key for you to go straight to God. Yashar El. The word Israel, it means straight to God. Yashar El. And I think the way we keep straight, the way we keep maintain good, is by realize that we are connected, and everything we do, the sign if it's the good or bad, it's by the fact we are not hurting nobody, by expressing ourselves in a way that it's, when we say no hurting nobody, okay, we can hurt people for so many reasons, but I mean the essence of it. That's why we have the law of no stealing, no killing, and have morality. It's about that. Because this is what takes us home. And I want to say another thing about master, because I think a lot of people are falling in the image of what it's supposed to be. And I think I realized that, like, for being a master and going back to God and to the light and for good, it's, you are going through everything, and you are going through being the master even of the darkness. And that's what I feel inside of me. I feel like, as a warrior of light, as a searcher, as a person who feel like I have a soul purpose, and I am in a journey and going back home, and it's a journey of consciousness. And the more I gain in my consciousness, this is what gives me eternity. That's why I know maybe my body will change and it will go back to materialize, but my source will always be. That's where I get my strength and my knowledge from. I have my physical identity, but I do have my soul identity also. So it's given me purpose, and it's given me responsibility and awareness that I'm part of something, and I don't feel like I'm lost in Eden and I need to hide myself because I'm ashamed. Because being ashamed, it's like don't remember who you are, and it's a state of mind when you have no father, no mother, no source, and you are just lost. So this is also we have inside of us, because this is the story. But the bigger picture, it's about us doing the journey with brave heart and going through what we are not, which is the darkness, is the bad, it's hurting the other, it's abusing, it's using power not in the right way, and the evidence of it that you are hurting, that you need to do horrible things to gain your power. So what kind of power it is? And it's a materialized power, because when you work that, it's like everything you get from the outside, like the materialized, you can lose it. And what we look for, what I feel like the light people look for, is for eternity. It's a place when you give, you never lose. And when you have, everybody have. So there is no competition. You don't need to kill nobody. You don't need to erase nobody. You don't need to avoid your brother. You don't need to sacrifice your mother. And everybody's happy and full and creating together as a whole, because we are together the body of God. We are all broken pieces, and we are all shattered mirror who need to find the right reflection back home. It's the adventure of looking the key and doing that. And as long as we are not realizing, and I think life it's about materialize, and if I be famous, and how much money I'm gonna have, and all the bling, we kind of miss the point of that. For real. And I tell you, I'm an artist. All my life I dream to be an artist. I don't want to say I dream to be famous, because this is what was always, I think I was always afraid from that. Like I had big dreams. I even saw myself as Madonna. I was adoring her for sure until I realized so many things. But it's not about that. It's just about the fact that the feeling like I want to give, like a big mother, and to share what I have to say. But I realize it's not about fame, and it's not about like my definition of who I am. It's not about if I'm an artist or what I do or who I see and how much VIP I know and how much money I make. I think it's, for me, it's more about the essence, like how we are connected. And imagine like if you see everyone else like it's you, and you want to see the full potential. And this is what it is about for me. Like I found God between us. The magic, the vibration, the excitement, it's happened between us. There where God exists. When we come together. When we compete each other, when it's ego, I'm so tired from that, seriously. Like, I'm not into that. This is isolation. And I know what it is, success. And I tell you, success, it could be isolation. If I'm with competition with the world, it's not fun. I prefer to share. When I do my event and I do my exhibition, I do it in a way that I want to put people together. I don't want to be this artist in the gallery snob, not talking to nobody, thinking like I'm special. Why I am special? In what way? And if I'm special, so you are too. Because you are part of my body. So I just created, with a lot of help of beautiful friend and beautiful husband, created beautiful event and make people come together. And I love to talk to them and to share with them what I feel, because what does this give me if everything is inside of me and I don't share it? And I think what I want to say, like to conclude this rant, just to say, I feel we are all connected. We all come from the same source. All of us, it's one part in a beautiful body. And who we are to dismiss the creation of God. Who we are to say that we are not beautiful enough, good enough, talented enough. Who we are to mark the creation of God. So I tell you, I think marriage, it's us being married to ourselves, realizing ourselves, because in the end, the only person we always feel is ourselves. So we really have to work that, the relationship we are with ourselves, the way we treat ourselves, the way we love ourselves, the story we tell ourselves. it's very important for us to take the time to reflect on it, to maintain happiness. Happiness is something you bring on. You choose it. And that's why we have to choose the right thought, the right state of mind, the way we talk. We have to see like if there is a gap between what we say, what we want, and how we do. Okay, so again, to wrap it up, Abra Kadabra, I create as I speak, and Hocus Focus, staying focused. All right. Thank you, and see you soon again. Bye.